Before the invention of the musket, duels throughout history would be fought using swords and knives. From the Middle East all the way out to the islands of Japan, these blades were deadly in the right hands. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Touhou Versus, the show where we compare two characters of similar strength to see who would come out on top. Our match today has two of Gensokiya's strongest humans put to the test. The European maid from the outside world, Sakuya Izayoi, and a half-human, half-ghost from the darkness of the netherworld, Youmu Konpaku. Alright ladies, I want a good clean fight. No cheap shots, no assistance, and no fan renditions. The bell has rung. Let us understand just who these two are. Hey, be sure to join my Discord server, link in the description. Also, be sure to become a channel member. It would make me a very happy Beastmaster if you would. Thank you. Boy bruv, it's Tuesday, innit? I'm going to hell for that one. Anyways, let's get started with Sakuya and her background. Sakuya is a human maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion. Her weapon of choice is of course her knives, which she is very skilled at throwing and conjuring out of thin air. She is even said to be so skilled at handling knives that she is able to hit an apple off the head of a fairy from 36 meters away, which is absolutely insane. So, I got right to testing to see her knife speed in-game, which the math is even crazier. It takes about this long for the first knife to stop at the top of the screen, around 0.2 seconds. Next, to find the velocity, you must find the distance first. How do you do that, you might ask? Well, Sakuya is about 5 foot 3 inches, or about 162 centimeters. So, what I did was created a Sakuya tower to see how long the distance was. It takes about 12 Sakuyas stacked head to toe on top of each other. But since we won't be including the bottom Sakuya due to it being the starting point, we will instead count 11. 11 Sakuyas equates to about the height of 58 feet and 3 inches, or 1,782 centimeters. Then, we plug all of our numbers into this funky looking equation here, and boom! 291.5 feet per second, which is about 198.75 miles per hour, 319.857 kilometers per hour. The fastest baseball pitch was only 105 miles per hour. This is almost double that. And as if Sakuya wasn't strong enough already, she has the ability to manipulate time. She has the ability to speed up time and slow it down at will. She can even stop time, and even reverse it to a degree. Why do I say that? Because even in Gensokiyo, it's impossible to reverse time. However, Sakuya can move objects back to their original place through time manipulation. She can even erase certain objects from the timeline, such as bullets, to a point where they never even existed in the first place. Well, you're probably tired of hearing me rant on about Sakuya, so why don't we take a look into the ghoulish and ghastly netherworld to see her opponent. Oh yeah, it's big sword time! Youmu here is a half-ghost, half-human. She works for the ghost princess Yuko Sagyoji as her protector. Of course, she gets treated like a gardener, but we don't need to talk about that. Youmu doesn't have many abilities on her own except for the ability to control her phantom half, superhuman speed, and the ability to deflect projectiles with her katana. So, just to be clear, when I say deflection, I don't mean firing the projectile right back at the opponent. What I mean is preventing it from landing at its target. Speaking of her katana, by the way, what's up with that? Well, for starters, this blade is called Rukanken, or Watcher's Sword. The blade is made out of steel and perhaps a bit of titanium due to the slightly blue coloration. This blade has the ability to kill 10 phantoms in one slice of her blade. She can grow the sword to a much larger size, as seen here. She even has the ability to slice through time itself. But Beast, don't samurais have 2 swords? Ah yes, keen-eyed, dear viewer. A samurai's much shorter blade is called a wakizashi. These blades were used as close-range defensive options if a samurai was cornered and couldn't use his bow or katana. This wakizashi Youmu has is named Hakuroken, or Blank Tower Sword. This blade is said to have the ability to slice through people's confusion. Oh! She can also use a specific fighting style if she needs to. Dual katana wielding. Dual katana wielding is a very unorthodox style for many people. However, it was invented by the legendary warrior named Miyamoto Musashi. Most other samurai ridiculed him for his style. However, it proved highly effective. So if the situation calls for Youmu to use a single katana, she will. As we can see, we have two very powerful humans going up against each other. So let's explain their stats. Each ranking of the stats will be ranked out of 10. Durability, physical strength, magic/Denmaku, speed, intelligence, and technique. For Sakuya, I give her a 4 on durability, a 4 on physical strength, an 8 on magic/Denmaku, a 10 on speed due to her being able to stop time and move, an 8 on intelligence, and a 6 on technique. For Youmu, I give her a 5 on durability, a 6 on physical strength, a 4 on magic, a 9 on speed, a 7 on intelligence, and a 9 on technique. And now, finally 2 scenarios where either player in this match wins. For Sakuya to win, she would have to use her cunning to set up traps. Since Youmu can move so fast, she can move through Sakuya's time stop, or use her blade to cut through the time stop. Well, in this case, Sakuya could at the very least set up knives that, when unfrozen, could slice up Youmu. Her time stop could also catch Youmu if she is caught off guard, making it not completely useless. Youmu may be fast, but it is questionable whether or not she could avoid all of Sakuya's high-speed knives. Youmu heavily relies on close-range burst options, but if Sakuya can play keep away the entire match, then she can very easily take home victory. For Youmu, she could achieve victory by outmaneuvering Sakuya through her insane speed. Youmu could easily deflect thrown knives at her by using her wakizashi. The only issue is that Youmu needs to get close to Sakuya. This shouldn't be too hard considering how fast her ability makes her. Youmu has the potential to evade every projectile thrown at her, if she is fast enough at least. If Youmu manages to get close to Sakuya, Sakuya would be left defenseless in close combat of a skilled samurai. If this were to happen, a victory would be awarded to Youmu. Now finally, the moment you have all been waiting for, who I would think would win in this duel. Well, even though Sakuya is very smart and has a powerful ability, I believe Youmu holds the clear advantage here. Her ability to bypass the time stop, if prepared for it, makes for an unbeatable strategy. Youmu is highly skilled and trained as a samurai, while Sakuya is just a mere maid, who also happens to be a bodyguard at that. Tell me in the comments who you think would have won and why, but for now, as I see it, this match is over. And don't worry, there will be many more to come in the future.